out to our boys of large stature and bright minds.
That beats
REMIX!
Nephi, born of goodly parents, throughout all his life was about the Lord's errands. The whole population saying his father was crazy. He telling all the people that Jerusalem was lazy.
He was preaching and teaching and prophesying things. The city gonna be destroyed, it don't matter what they think.
So Lehi, knowing what the future had in store, got his family out of there into the wilderness.
For sure! Gone in the tents, but they didn't have the word of God to teach the children, but would be absurd.
So they then hastened to a guy named Laban to the land of their past to get the plates of brass.
Now the trip wasn't a blessing when they got there at last and tried to know we dose. They didn't even compose.
So Nephi had to show Laban some old-fashioned decapitation. They escaped with the plates back to the place they were stationed.
Now they were glad but sad. Laban for all the cash they had. At least they got a dude named Zoran back at their pad.
Now they're missing something else besides their home and their money. Let's see, camels, no tents, no, that's it.
Hey! Once again, journeying back to the city. Got the ladies in their flop and they all looking pretty. Back to Camp Life Stamp cause they're sick of the road. No more camp food please cause they're sick of the goats.
Nephi talked to the Lord, promised land he wrote. The visions came, decisions made, now they're on a boat. The book of Mormon ain't that wack to see. It's written way back in history. Christ said others are not of this fold, and this is their story on the plates of gold.
Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon,
rap. The Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon, rap.
So my boy Alma wasn't thinking so well, trying to drag his homies down to a T-double-L. One day, cruising streets all around the block with the sons of Messiah. Man, those boys could talk.
Had a little bit of drink, thinking in the big stank, then earthquake, body shakes, message from the upper place, touched by an angel, more like slap that day. Not that cold, he been told like,
Alma, you crazy! You've been thinking you fool, you've been sinning way too much. You're gonna make water come out my face, but you know it'll crap, fool.
the Lord works the mysterious ways, cause it worked. He's on a mission to the layman and nays. Now back to the bros of Messiah Sophia. Converted just like Alma, no longer being liars.
Specifically, one huge son of a gun. His name was Edmund, dismantling arms by the ton. The king was pretty impressed and offered him a mistress, but am a different request. Please don't detest what I suggest.
King Lamoni was so overcome by the spirit, his spirit fell straight on his face, just couldn't bear it.
Hey, there's it dead, everybody getting cranky. Take a whiff of his head. He's starting to get super stanky.
But to me, he doesn't think to squeeze the mokalini.
What?
I don't know, sounded pretty great.
Alright, check it. It'll just take a second. The mission was a success, probably one of the best quests.
I fear that they joyfully lead thee away into boasting. If you continue down this path, then you soon will be roasting.
My brothers, you're mistaken. There's no rules that I'm breaking, because my joy is in the Lord and in all his creations. The Book of Mormon ain't that whack, you see. Written way back in history. Christ and others are not this fold. This is their story on the plates of gold.
Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon, rap.
the Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon,
Book of Mormon, rap.
Yo, my name is Sammy, the Lamanite family. Trying to tell the people that their ways are uncanny.
Yelling from a wall, big and tall like Miami. People singing rocks by the lots at his fanny.
Singing dudes, no nice, starts to right, that's so plenty. Things are going down.
Wanna crash?
Get your nanny.
Cause I'm granny.
So Sammy predicting the licking, they gonna make it. Instead of listen to the sticking them proposition.
But fast forward 5 years, the Nephi believers are getting threatened with cleavers, receivers. The leaders gonna be killed, gonna be bleeders.
But lo and behold, signs came foretold. Sammy's words were pure gold. Christian lived to be young.
Not even 34 years later, signs of death came and went. Say goodbye to all the hate, slow whose storms they sent.
3 days of darkness, thick and thick mud. Could possibly have been mistaken for a baby first crowd. Mountains made high and valleys made low. Earth, wind, and fire rolled across the sky.
But luckily, the righteous were spared, the wicked impaired, everybody in the land got scared.
And then one day, just a few weeks later, a heavenly bro descended without an elevator or escalator, cause he had no need. Resurrected and the people were freed indeed.
Well, no, that's pretty much it, minus some more fighting. But who really wants to hear about thousands of people dying?
The moral of the story is the Nephi's lose, killed by the other violent Book of Mormon dudes.
Now, I hope you enjoyed our little summary. Now go back to your homes,
Whip one out and read!